In this video, I'm going to talk about armyworms. I'm going to give you some facts and some tips to get rid of them. So, armyworms are caterpillar pests that feed on grasses and crops, mostly eating Bermuda grass. They're identified by an upside down Y on their head. Usually they come out in August in our southern states, but I've seen them as early as July and as late as October. The small ones are green, but as they grow, they turn brown and sometimes black. They feed in large groups very fast, hence the name armyworms. They will move across your lawn very fast in an army-like fashion. Usually when you notice them, they've already done most of their damage, and it's too late to get your lawn company to come out and spray. That's how fast they move. If you do notice them early while your grass is still green, you can spray an insecticide such as Talstar, which has the active ingredient bifenthrin to kill them. They do die quickly, so once you spray an insecticide on them, that'll do the trick. That'll kill them. Even mowing the lawn will help kill and take down the population. Although that's a little gross, but just hop on your lawnmower and just run through them, wipe them out. So one thing that we did in the spring, we added acelepryn to our spring pre-emergent mix to prepare for this. So I've done lawn care for 15 years. Armyworms come out every year, and some years are not as bad as others. But we wanted to be proactive, so we mixed acelepryn in, and it seems to be working mostly. So this yard you're looking at here is one of our brand new customers, so they did not get the acelepryn treatment. But for the most part, our customers that received that spring pre-emergent with acelepryn are not having these armyworm outbreaks. They'll still come out and they'll eat some grass, but then they'll die. So they're not just wiping through Bermuda yards like they are in other neighborhoods. So insecticides do work. They'll kill your armyworms, but they may also kill beneficial insects such as ladybugs. So that's a decision you'll have to make. However, acelepryn, the product that we use to prevent armyworms, is designed to have a limited impact on beneficial insects. So that makes it a great proactive option. So things you can do, like I've already mentioned, spray insecticide. You can mow your lawn and get out there and just go to town on those boogers. Or you can do nothing at all. Just let them move through your lawn, do their damage, and then water regularly. Maybe put some fertilizer out. Your lawn will be back to normal in 3 weeks. It's not the end of the world, so don't overreact. But I want to encourage everyone, it's not the end of your lawn. Because the armyworms do not damage the roots. They only feed on the green grass tissue and then they move on. They don't eat the crown or the growing point of the grass. So that's important to mention. There's a lot of false information out there about armyworms killing your grass. So they do turn it brown. They eat the green tissue, giving it a dead appearance. So I completely understand what people mean when they say the grass is dead. However, it's just not true. Your grass is not dead. Give it some time, it'll grow, and it'll be back to normal in no time. So the life cycle of armyworms, there's the egg, the larva, the pupa, and the adult moth. So the larva is the actual armyworm stage when you see the worms moving through your Bermuda grass. A female can produce up to 2,000 eggs in total. They lay eggs in masses on leaves, in your lawn, on fences, on the side of your house. So there's not much you can do about them in their egg state. But I do want to mention the types of grasses that armyworms feed on. As I've mentioned already, Bermuda grass. They prefer Bermuda. I have seen armyworms in zoysia and St. Augustine, but I haven't seen much damage to those grasses. I have never seen armyworm damage in centipede grass, so you should be fine there. So it was worth mentioning the types of grasses that you may have there. So again, I don't want anyone to overreact when it comes to armyworms. If you do have Bermuda and you hear of a neighbor Talking about armyworms, chances are you're going to have those armyworms in a couple of days.